All right, here we go. It's VIP coming back at you. We're gonna do the reviews for the picks we just had. I got my homeboy Rick Dolo on with me. You want to go ahead
What's
and say
up?
something to the
What's
people?
up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Peace, love, and happiness. I hope everybody doing good out there. We all joining here for something that we love, and that's football, NFL, at the moment. So, yeah, let's get it.
All right, jumping right into the first game that we spoke about. Kansas City versus Washington. This was easy. I did call the quarterback Higbee, but in actuality, it's Heineke. So I want to make sure I get that right. That is his name is Heineke. KC won this game 31-13, but it shows that KC is no longer elite. They're not an elite team. They struggled against Washington.
First half, yeah. Yeah,
so
did.
we can't put them in an elite category anymore. What you got to say?
Man, I was thinking the same thing, and we actually hadn't talked about this yet. But that's funny that you say that because, KC is whimsical. Is about the best word that comes to mind for me to describe KC. Man, I don't know. I think enough said. They got the win though. Who
they got the W?
Who they playing this week?
KC will be going up against Tennessee. So when we get to there, we got something to talk about in our next video. We got something to discuss in our next video.
Tennessee, yeah, you already know because Tennessee. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We don't want to give them too much too soon. We're gonna wait till
I got you.
Till they get to it, until we get to that video. But on to the next one. We got the LA Rams versus the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. This was a game where LA won 38-11. We got Deshaun Jackson, who he's back. He's still young. Deshaun Jackson is a beast. Deshaun Jackson is like fine wine. He gets old and still outrunning most seconds.
Yeah.
We have Deshaun Jackson at his age taking off the top of the defense. Come on now. Come on. How you do that? And the Giants are as advertised. The Giants are as advertised. They suck. They are as advertised. So
why you gonna say that about them? Hey man, we got New York fans, man. They ain't trying to abandon the New York fans, man.
Their record is 1-5. I'm sorry, New York fans. It is what it is.
It ain't worse than Detroit.
We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you watching, but that's what it is. I mean, what you got to say, man? What you got to say?
Hey man, why you just had to do New York like that? Nah, but it is, man. It's the truth. They know that the Giants aren't a good team this year, man. They doing the best that they can, I'm sure. As all teams do, but they just ain't got the most solid squad this year. So, yeah, it is what it is. But
I will give them one caveat. They are riddled with injuries at the moment. They have receivers injured. Who's heard of Tony? Tony is the best receiver right now. He showed out against the Rams. But as a team, that's not the team you want to be a fan of this year.
Yeah,
they're gonna go to the games with bags on their heads this year.
Yeah. We pretty much knew LA was gonna take them out. So LA did what they had to do. What's the next one?
So the next one we have is Houston versus the Indianapolis Colts. That was 31-3 lashing. Indiana put it on them. It was a 31-3 lashing.
Yeah.
It was Wentz versus Mills, and Wentz came out the victor. And Jonathan Taylor, 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the reason for the victory right there.
Yeah.
That man was just running all over Houston. Like they didn't have any kind of line.
It's Houston. That's another one of them teams this year that just ain't doing too good, man. They competing for the best draft pick at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
they're definitely gonna get the top 5. Definitely gonna be in the top 5.
It's to be expected. Another one to be expected. What else you got?
Oh man, we can't even talk about them any longer. Oh wow, wow. So
I
next we
mean,
going to
what you want to
Cincinnati.
talk? Did you have something else to say about them? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I didn't. I just might as well move on. It
They
was a
trash,
thrashing.
bro. I live in Houston, so I can talk about them. They trash, bro. They trash. Houston is trash. Ain't even nothing to say about it for real. They got beat down. We expected for them to get beat down. I want to keep it moving. I want to get to the juicy stuff. You know me. I'm sorry, man. You know me.
Yeah,
I want to get to the
they
juicy.
they only scored 3, so we only give them 3 seconds. So we can move on. Next one.
All right, bet.
So the next one we have is Cincinnati versus Detroit. Cincinnati went into Detroit and made it their home. They beat them 34-11.
Yeah, pretty much. What'd you think about that game?
I believe in Joe. I told you that from the beginning. I believe in Joe.
I knew you was gonna talk about. Here you go with Burrow. Come on, man. I mean, they was playing Detroit. Detroit ain't got no wins. Detroit probably the worst team in the NFL right now, bro. So,
hey,
Joe
I was talking about that game though. I believe in Joe to win that game.
Man, Joe
and it's not just one Joe. Joe Mixon was the player of the game.
Joe Mixon, player of the game?
Yes.
Has he ever been player of the game before?
I can't say whether he has or hasn't. But Joe Mixon is a quality running back.
Yeah, I got you.
He is a quality running back.
I mean, you just don't hear his name that much, though. You know.
And he likes it like that. He gets to be a dog for the week, run all over defenses, and nobody don't talk about it.
I mean, it was Detroit. Did Detroit have any pros about this game, man?
I didn't. Nothing stood out to me. Nothing stood out to me.
Yeah, Detroit's pretty rough, man. Hopefully they can kind of rebound. What they got? Golf over there, right? Yes. They got Jared Goff over there.
Yeah, in the trade between the Rams.
Yeah. Stafford left, so yeah, I don't know, man. I told you I didn't really think much of golf as it was. You know what I mean? Golf is golf. Golf should go play some golf at this point.
You might be right. Go sit over there and play golf with Tony Romo.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Or go fishing early. I don't know, man. It's bad, though, man. It's bad. What can you say, man? Oh, man. Golf should go play some golf.
And you stuck in your own joke there. I see. Okay, you done tickled yourself. All right, I got you.
Man.
So I'm gonna move on to the next game. This one hurts you a little bit. It's the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears.
Oh man, I'll be back. Hold on, man. I gotta go. I'll be back. Oh man, here we go, man. Come on, man.
Can't take off now. So,
what you got to say, man? What you got to say, man? Come on.
Green Bay won 24-14, and as Aaron Rodgers said, I still own you.
Man.
What? He went into Chicago and told the fans, I still own you.
Man.
What you got to say about Aaron Rodgers telling y'all?
Look, man. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, what can I say? He beat us. Like, ain't nothing you can really say about it. You know what I'm saying? He talk his smack. You know what I'm saying? When you win, you get to talk your smack. So we gonna let him get his little rocks off, get his little issue off. It ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I figured they might, do that anyway. The Bears, we in a building season. And Aaron Rodgers been owning us since he came into the league pretty much. So, I mean, it's to be expected, man. I ain't trying to dwell on this subject, though, man. Go on, say what you got to say and keep it moving, bruh. Keep it moving.
Aaron Rodgers was disrespectful this game, so I'm gonna let it be. We already talked about that. I expected to win. You didn't wanna admit it, but you knew it too. So we'll go ahead and move on because the next game was
he burnt that secondary up though. He did. He burnt our secondary up. Just what you said when we was talking about it before. You know what I'm saying? He burnt our secondary up. But yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was. All right.
The next game we have is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. This one I got wrong. I said the Chargers would win. You told me Baltimore would win. You believed in Lamar. I do now.
It came from the heart. It came from the heart. Remember I told you? And you said, "Oh, I ain't got no heart." The Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. I ain't got no heart. It came from the heart, man. Go ahead. What you got to say?
I got a bunch of notes on that game. I got a bunch of notes, man.
Okay.
Baltimore went off. They nearly got 200 yards that game on the ground between Lamar and that stable of running backs. They got a whole stable of great running backs.
Right? Didn't they activate? They activated Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, that's right. He got a touchdown too, didn't he? Yeah.
They had Devontae Freeman, and together they had 187 yards rushing. And even though Herbert played well, they just couldn't get out of their own way. They were 25% on third down. They were only sacked twice to Lamar three. Lamar was sacked 3 times, and Herbert was only sacked twice. Lamar Jackson was picked off twice.
Yeah.
And Herbert was only picked off once. But that running game was just too strong for that defense, and their offense just couldn't score. They scored 1 touchdown and missed the extra point.
Yeah.
They just could not get out of their own.
Yeah. So the Chargers couldn't even get no offense going.
No. That's what the problem was. Their defense played okay.
Yeah.
They just couldn't stop the run. And then when they did stop them, the Chargers didn't have anything on offense to get off of those passes, those turnovers.
Yeah.
They couldn't get any points off of the turnovers. They didn't use the opportunity they had.
Yeah, that was bad, man. I remember when I looked up, I forget which game I was watching. I think I might have been watching the Cowboys game or something. I looked over, and I'm like, ain't no way the big boy Chargers over there getting beat up on by the Ravens like that. Ain't no way. But yes, it was happening. I started to call you. Man. I started to call you, but I was eating my chicken wings, so you lucky. I wasn't about to put down my BW3 chicken wings. Free plug to BW3s for the chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? We got you. But yeah, I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. I thought the Chargers was gonna come in and get to work, man. I thought because I was almost about to go with the Chargers for a second. You remember? At first I did pick the Chargers. I was like, man, I'm really feeling the Chargers. They've been playing consistent, but then it was like, nah, I'm going with the Ravens. But yeah, to see them get beat down like that, it make you say, dang, are the Chargers really as good as what we thought they were? What you think?
It makes you think. I think it's going to take some time. It's going to take some more games. They're not at the point where they're ready to do a playoff run at this point. They're just 2 years in with the quarterback. Last year, he got thrown into the fire because the doctor punctured the lung. The starting quarterback. Then he's thrown in without any practice, without practicing with the one, and played pretty well, but he couldn't get a W. So this year he gets over the hump and gets some W's under his belt. But yet we see that it's still some time, some room to grow. There's still some room to
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
But to speak to that point, he is still playing well this year. He played well in that game. He had more yards than Lamar. I think he had 197 yards versus Lamar 167 yards.
Yeah.
So he had more yards than Lamar. It's just that they could not get the first down. They was losing the third down battle with only converting 25% of their third down.
And they was getting beat down, man. They got beat down. They literally got beat down. They almost got shut out. They lucky they scored a touchdown. They got skunked. If we was playing Madden, they would have went home, bro. We wouldn't even got that far. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, I'm gonna have to get at you on that Madden anyway. I don't even know if you play, but I know you don't want no smoke on the Madden. You know what I'm saying?
We'll table that. We'll table that.
All right. Yeah, but that was a surprise though with the Chargers. Yeah. What you got?
All right. So next we got Minnesota versus Carolina. So that game.
Minnesota Carolina.
Yeah, Minnesota won 34-28. And so you can go ahead and start and tell me what you got. What notes you have on that game?
Right, because Minnesota Carolina, I don't think either one of us really had too much faith in either one of them teams. You know, Carolina started off 3 wins, then they lost 3. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, they've been playing okay. In fact, I think we both picked Minnesota for this game because Minnesota had been showing a little consistency, you know, with their gameplay. I don't think either one of us is a big fan of Cousins or anything like that. But, man, Cook went off. Cook had 29 runs, 140 yards, man, a touchdown. Cook went off, man. He played pretty good. They were also at Carolina's they were also rushing the quarterback, man. Their pass rush that they had on Carolina was pretty good. And even still, you know what I'm saying, it was a good game, man. It was a really good game. Minnesota just found a way to pull it out, though, at the end of the day, man. And I ain't a big Cousins fan. You know what I mean? Cousins is just Cousins, you know? I don't know. But I did expect from Minnesota to pull it out, and nah, didn't happen. What you think?
I'm definitely don't believe in Kirk. There's no Captain Kirk for me. I didn't even watch Star Trek like that. But with Minnesota, I believed in them as a team. Just as you mentioned, Cook going off, that's expected. That's expected for Cook to carry. Yeah, and that's been the Vikings staple. They had quality running backs historically. You can go back to Herschel Walker. So this is like Derrick Henry carrying the team. I don't have faith in the quarterback, but you got to have faith in that running game, and that's what's holding them up, and that what put them over the hump with Carolina. Carolina isn't showing anything. Their running back is injured, McCaffrey, so they don't have anybody to drive them down the field anymore. So we're gonna see how their season goes. They may get some wins down the road, but right now I don't have any faith in Carolina. I had more faith in Minnesota, so that's why I picked them. So we can just move on to the next game. We have Arizona versus Cleveland, and Arizona beat Cleveland 37-14. We both picked Arizona.
Yeah, we both picked Arizona, but I thought this one was gonna be a better game than what it was, especially with Cleveland having that defensive front the way that they do. I thought they were gonna get at Kyler Murray a little bit better. I mean, we know Kyler Murray got a magic carpet under his feet. You know what I mean? When it comes to getting away from the rush and stuff like that. But the way he was escaping that rush and the way he made them. I mean, the way he just did away with them, swept them up under the rug. You know, it was utterly amazing. And it's like, You know, we got the week. You look at I'm sorry, the Cardinals. You look at Arizona, and you like, "Damn, are are the Cardinals really as good as what we seeing? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna hiccup? Are they gonna choke? Are they gonna have a bad game? Are they really that good?" And I mean, continuously, game after game, they're showing us that no matter what you putting them up against, that that they can handle it. They can handle it, and they can do their thing, man. So some of the stats, man. Kyler Murray, 20 for 30, 220 yards, 4 touchdowns out of Kyler
Whew.
Murray. 4 touchdowns. His backs had 100 yards rushing. He had a dual back. He had dual backs, ran for over 100 yards between two of the backs. Um, Balance, man. I think he had like 6 different receivers who had catches. You know what I'm saying, for decent yardage. And I mean, like how you supposed to stop that? You know what I mean? How you supposed to stop that, man? You got 2 backs. You got Kyler Murray slanging it. Then he can run on his feet. Like, you already know you got that man out there burning up the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous, man. And then on top of that, you got Baker Mayfield who gets injured. So not only did the Browns get beat down, they also lost their starting quarterback. You got Case Keenum coming again. You know, he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's towards the end of the game anyway. So, man, the Cards just they did them dirty, man. They continue to show us that they ain't playing no games, and hey, who gonna beat them? That's what I want to know. Who gonna
I
beat them?
can't answer that. I can't answer
They
that right
they
now.
they undefeated, and they had 5 sacks. 5 sacks. So yeah, who gonna beat them? What you gotta say? What you gotta say? You look like you want to say something. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. You spoke of Madden. That's the ultimate team right there. That's the ultimate team right there. You got a running game,
Bruh.
you got a passing game, and you got defense. Like
Yeah,
you they are beating teams in every facet of the game. So
yes,
ain't nothing left for me to say. So we're gonna just
yes,
move on. Ah,
yes.
we have
Most complete team in the NFL at this point, if you ask me. You know, consistent and complete, man. What's next? Las Vegas, Denver.
yeah.
Yeah, Las
Go ahead and
Vegas,
talk about
Denver.
that.
Um, well, I expected for Las Vegas to win this one. I picked Vegas. Who did you pick? Did you pick Vegas?
I did not.
Yeah, you
I did
picked
not.
Denver because you thought Bridgewater was gonna come out there and do his thing.
I did.
Yeah, you thought
I
Bridgewater was
did.
gonna do his thing, and Bridgewater, had been showing promise as he has throughout his entire career, and yet has never quite gotten over the hump. You know what I'm saying? The Humpty dance is up, but he ain't never quite got over the do it, baby. Do the hump, the hump. Hey, he ain't never quite got over the hump. You know what I'm saying? He's still back there. So, in this game, once again, couldn't get over the hump. They got Von Miller over there. You know what I'm saying? Getting at the quarterback, 8-time Pro Bowler. Speaking of which, he talking mad smack for next week. They facing the Browns next week, and Von Miller had already gave them some death threats, man. He over there mailing death threats, sending them through the post office and stuff, man. You better watch yourself, man. They can trace that stuff, man. So, but yeah, Von Miller ain't playing no games. He at the Browns' head. He know they got some tackles that's gonna be missing next week, so he done already let them know, like, look, I'm coming for your head. I guess he mad because Las Vegas them stumped the mud hole up in their squad, so I guess he mad about this week. He gonna take it out next week on the Browns. That's what it's looking like. Last week, Las Vegas played the Bears. It didn't look too good. Of course, you had the whole Gruden gridiron drama going on, last week and prior to and stuff. So this week, man, they came out. They handled business. They showed the team that they are. Carr had a hell of a game. 18 for 27, 341, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Pretty good stuff, man. I won't say a hell of a game, but a pretty good game. 341 yards, not bad, man. Um, yeah, Ruggs, 3 catches, 97 yards. Um, I mean, they just played a solid game, man. The Raiders showed us that hey, they are still a decent team. They may not be the best, but they are still a decent team. And I mean, they just came in and showed us who they were. You know?
Yeah, I believe in Carr. That is a quarterback I do believe in. I did think that Denver was going to have a better team. I was incorrect, so I stand corrected, and they showed me that we can beat a mediocre team such as Denver. But I don't have anything to say. We can just move on and go to
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots, baby.
Right. Well, you got on my boys. I got some things to say. Jackson.
Oh,
okay.
Before you start.
Hold on.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, okay. Okay. They got the win. They did get the win. I got to give them that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the boys for going in there and getting the win. As y'all know, I live in Texas. I'm from the Chi. I ain't got the hat on today, but y'all know where I'm from. But I don't think they wanted to win. I think they accidentally won. I think that's what it was. I think maybe somebody paid Dak off to throw the game. You know, something. I don't know what it was. He was doing the best he could, even on the goal line. He's like, here, take the ball, man. I don't really want the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Throwing picks and stuff right there in the red zone. Like, what is up with Dak, man? I mean, true, y'all got the win, man. 36 for 51, 444 or 445 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception in the red zone. You know what I mean? Plus, he had the fumble. Zeke didn't do too much. But of course, they were facing New England, Belichick. And what does Belichick do? He goes in, takes away something. Whatever Belichick wants to take away, that's what he's going to take away. That's what he did. He limited the run. He said, hey, beat me through the air, Dak, because we know that you're susceptible to have a meltdown. So he said, go ahead, beat me. And it almost happened. Belichick almost got his wish early for Christmas this year, you know. But the Cowboys did pull it off. So, but we will take away, you know, this from that. Man, yo boy CeeDee Lamb, man. You remember hey, man. You remember on NBA Jams when he used to get, he's on fire. You know what I'm saying? You get the man, CeeDee Lamb wasn't playing. No guy, right.
That's what he did to that secondary.
I mean, it was nasty, man. It was nasty. CeeDee Lamb went in there and put on a clinic, man. He put on a clinic. He wasn't playing no games. He got the walk-off touchdown at the end of the game. I mean, that boy's a beast, man. He's a beast. He gonna be their number one receiver pretty soon. Amari had 5 for 55. I mean, the Cowboys played a good game. It's just Dak. That's it. Dak was the only thing. Otherwise, that would have been just top to bottom, just win. On the New England side of things, New England played a pretty good game, man. Especially rushing. Harris 18 for 101 yards. That wasn't too bad. So they had a solid rushing game. Mac Jones played an excellent game. I mean, especially for a rookie, man. Like, New England played really good ball, man. It wasn't extraordinary, but it was good enough to really just stay in the game. But they shouldn't have been that close. They shouldn't have been that close, man. And if your boy Dak think that he gonna get him a chip, if he think he gonna get that chip like that, he got another thing coming, bro. You know.
I mean, you're right. I mean, You said a mouthful about my boys, and you gave them good praise. Gave them good praise. But you correct. You correct. You know, there's some work to do. They going into this bye week, and they don't need to go bye. They need to get in their grind, take this week to work on their mistakes, and come out in week 8 just like they did for the first 6 weeks. So that's what I hope for. But you said everything, so there ain't no need for me to discuss my boy. You know what happened. You saw the game. Let's move on. Seattle, Pittsburgh. Go ahead, talk to me.
Seattle, Pittsburgh, man. 3 fumbles and sacked 5 times. The Seattle Seahawks. I don't think they lost all 3 of those fumbles, but that Pittsburgh defense was the difference maker, to be honest with you. I mean, offensively, both of those teams played pretty solid games. I mean, you had Pittsburgh running it up with Najee Harris. Man, that dude, Najee at running back, man, catching the ball out the backfield, just taking it for the run. Like, dude is a beast. Like, Pittsburgh definitely got a talented athlete with Najee Harris over there. Then you got T.J. Watt on the defensive side. I mean, man, if you had the old Big Ben over there, they would be some playoff contenders probably. But the new Big Ben, he gonna manage the game. He can't really move around as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people said it's dating back to when he got into that motorcycle accident. That really took a toll on him physically. So, that defense was the difference maker in this game. And the defense is the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers were triumphant over the Seattle Seahawks. Collins had 20 rushes, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Metcalf, he had a little something going on. Geno Smith, filling in for your boy over there in Seattle. 23 of 32, 209 yards and a touchdown. But just wasn't enough, man. That defense over there for Pittsburgh really just put them over the top, man. It's a good game though. Pretty good game.
Yeah, I did catch some of that game. I was expecting Geno Smith to play a little bit better than he did. Seeing his debut after the injury, he played pretty well in week 5, but that didn't cross over to week 6. So we will see what Seattle has down the road. Pete Carroll normally can get this team together. But that time may be over. To your point about Big Ben, his time may be over. It may be time for him to look into retirement, and so he can ride a motorcycle like he wants to now. There's not really much to say. Like you said, it was a good game. Didn't it go into overtime? They won in overtime, 23-20.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it was a good game nonetheless. But our stars didn't play up to the star status we gave them back in the day. So we'll move on. Get to what I said was a game of the week, which turned out to be a very good game.
Oh man,
I was wrong. Buffalo, Tennessee. I have to give it to you. This was our tiebreaker.
Yeah.
You won. I got 2 wrong. You got 2 wrong. So
hey, this one could have went either way.
It did.
You know what I mean? This could have went either way. As you know, the Bills have been playing good ball, and they played good ball this game too. The difference was Tennessee. Tennessee had not been playing good ball and came in there with some of their dynamic duos at receiver with Julio Jones and AJ over there. You know what I mean? And then you got, Ryan Tannehill, who is a manager, a game manager, but a damn good game manager. You know, Tannehill. I'm sorry, yeah, Tannehill. You know, pretty
We
good.
don't want to get any more quarterbacks wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're
last
right
week.
about that. And then Derrick Henry.
He's a beast.
This dude, man. This dude. He makes it. He makes the team, bro. He makes the team. Without Henry, they couldn't do anything that they're doing because their offensive line is not that strong. Derrick Henry opens things up for the receivers, forces them to get into the box. Then you got Julio and you got AJ back there. AJ went off. Julio had like 5-6 catches. You know what I mean? Like, dude, a team to worry about. I mean, now that you got your receivers back and everybody's, off for the IR, like, no, a legit contender. Like somebody you really need to look, you need to watch out for them, man. And they 4-2. They 4-2. It ain't like they been losing like that. Like, people been sleep on Tennessee. And I said this. I say, man, I like Tannehill. 2019 comeback player of the year, 117 quarterback rating. You know what I mean? Like, Tannehill can ball. He can. People call him a manager because he don't always have outstanding stats. Man, let me tell you something. It's one objective every game, and that's to win. That's it. When they went to the playoffs and they beat the Patriots now, and in the playoffs, they won them games. They didn't take it all the way, but they won. And Tannehill is capable of taking them boys there. Now, whether or not he can finish the job, I don't know. But he has never had a army the way he does now. Like the goons that he has on the squad now, he's never had that. He didn't have that in Miami. Miami didn't have no goons like that. You know what I mean? Now Tennessee got goons for him. Man, Tannehill, like, hold on. I got Henry in the backfield. I got Julio and AJ over here. I got options. So, y'all better watch out. Better be careful. Because Tennessee ain't playing with you. Oh, but let me not miss out on the opportunity to talk about Buffalo too, though, because Buffalo balled, man. They balled out, And if Buffalo had kicked the field goal at the end of the game the way that they were supposed to, instead of trying to quarterback sneak it like they was the Cowboys with the exact same results as the Cowboys, what's with these teams and these fourth downs, man? Like, who else is that's always going for it on fourth down? I don't know. It slips me right now. Who is that? I don't know. But it's like, it's going around the league like the coronavirus or something. The Chargers. That's why they only had 6 points. Because they kept going for it on fourth down. 39-yard line. Go for it on fourth down at the beginning of the game. And turn the ball over. Like, it's going around like the corona, man. Matter of fact, I think part of the coronavirus make you go for it on fourth down or something. I don't know, man. Explain this to me, because this is getting ridiculous, man. Like, look, people need to get back to the old school way of playing football, man. You know what I mean? Like, all this going for it on fourth down at the wrong times. Like, kick the field goal, bro. Kick the field goal and live to see another day. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm done.
So, yeah. You need to be done.
I'm done, man. All right.
So that's gonna conclude our weekly reviews. Please stay tuned. We're gonna come weekly for you. This been your boy VIP and my boy Rick Dolo. Go ahead and tell him something, Rick Dolo. What you got to look for next week?
Next week, just more beautiful predictions. We're going to continue to tighten up, around here. We just got started. Thank everybody for your support and coming to check us out. My boy VIP and I, we just working to get better and better at this commentating thing and giving y'all awesome picks, whether you betting to make money or you just, talking stuff with your friends. Come check us out. Rock with the kids, man. Subscribe, like, send it to your grandmama. Tell her we on here, man. Let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Back to you.
All right. So that's going to conclude. See you next week. Peace.
Doop 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 doop.